The latest annual report from the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute contains a specific data point regarding India's nuclear arsenal that caught global attention. This year, for the first time, India moved 12 nuclear warheads into an active deployment state. This shifts away from a long-standing de-mated doctrine, where warheads and missiles were kept separate. Previously, launching required physically moving components and locking them together. That separation served as a deliberate buffer. It supported India's strictly defensive, no-first-use policy by ensuring that any nuclear response would be a slow, multi-stage process requiring direct authorization from civilian leadership. The transition to armed, mated weapons signals a pivot in this defensive posture. It suggests a new preparation for scenarios where a rapid, immediate launch capability is an operational necessity. This shift in nuclear readiness introduces significant geopolitical anxiety to the region, forcing neighboring powers to reassess their own security calculations. Maintaining live nuclear weapons carries a weight of responsibility and logistical complexity that goes far beyond the storage of dormant components. Keeping a warhead in an active deployment state multiplies its security and maintenance costs by millions of dollars. These weapons require constant monitoring and specialized handling that are unnecessary when they are tucked away in a storage facility. These ongoing billion-dollar expenditures indicate a permanent, systemic change to India's military posture. New Delhi is accepting a high financial and political premium to alter its stance. This suggests the government perceives an existential threat in the region that requires a state of constant, high-level readiness. The context for these 12 live warheads is found in their physical location. They are currently nested inside India's nuclear submarine fleet rather than land-based silos. This is a critical component of the nuclear triad, the capability to launch strikes from land, air, or sea. Vessels like the INS Arihant and INS Arihant represent India's efforts to solidify this third pillar of deterrence. The operational reality of these submarines involves staying submerged for months at a time. To remain undetected, they must operate in near-total isolation, often cut off from direct communication with civilian leadership. This isolation makes the traditional de-matted protocol impossible to execute during a conflict. As a result, the warheads must be live and ready for use from the moment the submarine leaves port. Deploying these 12 warheads is a mandatory engineering requirement for deep-water deterrence. It ensures the fleet can perform its primary function without the delay of assembling weapons while submerged. This maritime expansion is driven by the severe geopolitical challenges at India's borders. The country is effectively sandwiched between two nuclear-armed rivals. To the west, Pakistan maintains a stockpile of approximately 170 warheads. Its military posture frequently emphasizes escalation, backed by the production of enriched materials. To the north, China represents a dominant and rapidly expanding force. Its nuclear arsenal is currently estimated at 620 warheads and continues to grow. There is also a technological gap to consider. China possesses hypersonic delivery systems designed to bypass conventional missile defenses, a capability India has yet to match. The strategic mathematics are stark. India's 190 warheads are outnumbered by the combined nearly 800 warheads of its neighbors. This disparity underscores the need for second strike capability. An untraceable submarine ensures that India can retaliate even if its land bases are destroyed by a sudden hypersonic strike. These 12 submarine-based warheads function as an equalizer. They are a calculated effort to bridge the technological and numerical gap with Beijing and Islamabad. Globally, the nuclear landscape is expanding. There are over 12,000 nuclear weapons worldwide, with the vast majority controlled by the United States and Russia. This volume contributes to a growing sense of global anxiety. Geopolitical analysts frequently cite a high probability of a nuclear weapon being detonated within the next decade. Recent history provides a grim lesson in vulnerability. Ukraine, which once possessed a nuclear arsenal, found itself without a deterrent to prevent a large-scale invasion. The ongoing tensions and military strikes involving Iran and the United States serve as another example of risks faced by nations without active nuclear deterrence. In this era, nuclear weapons are increasingly viewed as essential insurance policies. They are deterrents against conventional military adventurism and invasion. India's new stance reflects this reality, The era of a purely passive, demilitarized defense is ending. Physical preparations are already visible, including the construction of new fortified missile silos intended to protect the land-based portion of India's arsenal. Deterrence relies on the credibility of the threat. An adversary must believe that the weapons are ready and capable of being launched at a moment's notice. India's 12 live warheads send a message of total preparedness. In a difficult geopolitical region, this readiness is intended to serve as a mechanism for stability.
अगर वीडियो अच्छी लग रही है तो लाइक करें और हमें सपोर्ट करने के लिए चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें।